Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am here again to do the draw for the hashtag 50 Stack Challenge 3. This is the third one of these challenges. This started with a stack of 50 guest checks, and so the first one I did 50 guest checks in different ways for ephemera for journals. With this one, I'm saying use any type of background that you want. You can do collages, you can do paintings, you can do whatever art form that you want to do, mixed media, whatever it is, just use the prompts. And so there's no specific background that you need to use or anything. You just use whatever you like, just use the prompts. So, for example, last week I drew blue out of the bag. I drew blue, so I did this pocket, which is a very simple pocket from a digital download. This is my Blue Winter digital download with these kids here. All I did is add washi in this after making the pocket, and then I made a tag in blue icy form, so you can see this is good for a winter or Christmas journal. I originally meant for this challenge to be for Christmas ephemera, but you don't have to do a Christmas ephemera. These prompts are so generic that, I mean, blue. You can do anything you want with that. Blue flower, blue whatever, okay? So that was that one. And then 20 was flower. And so for flower, I did, you can see this isn't Christmas at all. The same type of pocket, and I did a thistle flower and these thistle flowers here, but you don't even have to do your two pieces the same way as far as like I did this pocket, but I could have done, you know, just the tag for this one and then the pocket for that one, however you want to do it. Or like I said, make a collage, do a painting, whatever. So this week we are on 21 and 22, so I'm going to draw my prompts, and I always seem to grab more than one. I'm going to try that again. Stirring them up. I'm going to try to grab one. Okay, so, oops, I just turned my light off. Oh my goodness. So, 21 is star. Okay, and then we'll draw another one. 22 is lights. So whatever those prompts mean to you, that's what you can use, however it comes out. And like I said, does not have to be Christmas, can be Christmas. You can do it however you want. So 21 is star. So you just need to have a star on the item. Number 22 is lights. It can be a candlelight. It can be, you know, if you're doing Christmas, it can be the strand of tree lights, however you want to do it. All right, so I will be right back. Okay, hello, I am back. So we have star for 21. What I have for star is this star and this star, and we're going to make a Christmas ornament. So this is something that could be used as a journaling card if you wanted it to. You can see here that this one's backed with just some manila drawing paper, and this one is book page. So sorry. You can back them however you would like to do that. I'm going to kind of do something like this offset, and I usually do about 3 layers per each one of these. This is a die cut that they had at the school I worked at, and so I took some of my paper in and cut a bunch one year because I used them on the tops of Christmas presents. And so I just saved one, and I traced it, cut this out today on some, this is scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. You can use any Christmas or whatever type you like. You've seen me do something with these stars. I've done them on just book page. You could make these just book page shapes to make ornaments. So you like this, you know, you could have it as just book page. But for this one, I'm going to do it like this. And so like I said, I glue like 3 layers of paper at least together, sometimes 4, just depending on. It just gives it that almost like cardboard so that they don't just bend, you know, like if you pack it away or whatever. These would be great to put on top of ornaments, gifts as well. So you could make some up and have it as your topper for your gift, to from on them, or whatever, or on the back, to from, and do some cute thing on top like we're going to do. So I have one of my Christmas art dolls that come from this kit of all these art dolls. These are in my Etsy shop. If you're interested, there's Santas and all kinds of things. I also do have a Halloween one with Halloween figures. They're just goofy, silly little art dolls that are fun to add to things here and there. So I'm going to take this cute little girl and I'm going to do my star like this. I want this point at the top, and I'm going to put her in the middle. So that's kind of where I'm going with this particular one. So I don't know. Do I want to ink? I think I want to ink in like a green or a red. I really only have kind of olivey greens. There it is. I will use red. I have the candied apple in the red. So I just need a dauber. Okay, seriously, I had one right here just a minute ago. Every time, you guys. Hold on just a minute. Okay, got one all ready to go. And I will say hugs and blessings to Tia. Thank you, thank you. She's been leaving me loads of kind comments. Thank you so much. And Darcy and Janelle, thank you too also for your kind and lovely comments. I appreciate you guys so much. And a super thanks to Sandy. Thank you so much, Sandy, for your continued kindness, generosity, and support. I really do appreciate it, and it really does help my channel. So thank you. So anyways, I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm having a good day, just trucking along. I had a few errands to run, so I did those. You could also, you know, pop this up and stuff like that, but I think I'm just going to glue it right down on there for this one. But you could definitely do that. That would definitely be an option. So I'm going to kind of stick to the center because the little points kind of hang off. So what projects are you guys working on? Are you working on any Christmas projects yet, or mostly sticking in the fall area? I probably wouldn't be doing a whole lot of Christmas if I wasn't doing, you know, videos and all that. Just because by the time Christmas gets here, when I start so early, I'm kind of, I'm real done. Let me just say, real done. So anyway, I mean, it's fun. It just is kind of a lot after that many months. So I did the same thing to her. I backed her on 2 other pieces of paper, so she's kind of thick too. Like almost like a thin chipboard. That's what it is, more than a cardboard. A thin chipboard. Consistency is what you're going for. I kind of feel like she needs a little something under her. I'm thinking maybe of a snowflake. I don't know that I have a big enough one cut. I don't think I do. Oh, maybe I do. There's a couple of larger sized ones. That one's kind of beat up. I just want a little something back there. It doesn't have to be super, you know, show a whole bunch. I just want something. Just for a little added interest. That one I think is a little better. Yeah, I don't have all my styles, because I've got big ones like that and stuff too, but I don't have them cut right now. These are my Etsy shop if you're looking for snowflakes. They're pretty fragile, but I think I'll put that one back there. And it's not a lot. It's not super noticeable, but I think it's just a little something to have back there. This one's a little bit beat up, but we'll get it all glued down. They can get beat up in the boxes, and I had them in kind of an envelope or a little pouch thing before. I think that's where they really got beat up. I think the little box is probably better. But they get tangled up together sometimes. You know, they're just thin paper, so. Well, they're 65-pound cardstock, so it's a thinner cardstock. Not like copy paper or anything, but they're not like super thick. Paper has just gotten so expensive. Well, I mean, everything has, right? It's ridiculous. But yeah, makes it not a lot of fun to craft anymore, because crafting used to be a cheap way to like make gifts or, you know, do things like that. And now it really isn't. It's just expensive. It's kind of a bummer. Okay, so like I said, I want this to be the top, the point. And so I'm gonna have her go right there. Because she's just cute. And so obviously it took me a while to get all of these layered and cut out. And I didn't do that with you guys because I figured that would be real mind-numbing to watch me just sit here and do layers and cut. So I already did that part ahead of time. And then we're going to put a little hanger. So I've got a little green eyelet. And somebody was asking me where I get my eyelets. To be honest with you, these ones, like this one I'm going to use, was my mom's. So there's some that my sister had from my mom's things. And they work fantastic. All I can say is name brand is really kind of the key with eyelets, because a lot of the cheaper ones just fall apart. They don't squish right. They like sort of fold over and it doesn't work. Like, see, this gave me that really nice, all the little pieces opened up and it's right. And it holds in there right. Some of the newer ones, if they're cheap, I don't know what in the world I got on me. They don't do that. They just bend and they look weird and they don't stay in the hole. They fall out of the hole, everything. So all I can say about it is go with like We Are Memory Keepers or a known brand. Even though it's really fun to get the huge packages with all the colors and all that, I get it, believe me, but they don't work, so you just end up tossing them. So it's better to just buy less and actually be able to use them. So yeah, I would stick with like We Are Memory Keepers or a known brand like Tim Holtz. I think he's got eyelets. I think, I could be wrong on that, but you know what I'm saying. Just try to stick with a name brand. I think even if they cost a tiny bit more and you don't get as many or whatever, I just think you'll be happier because they'll be useful, because they do just bend if they're too cheap. So there's my little star. She's my star girl. And then we're going to do a circle, and this one I haven't done a lot of backing to, so that I could kind of show you what I do. I mean, it's, you know, nothing earth-shattering or anything, but I'll just show you with some. So use scraps. Use paper you don't like to do the backing. I mean, obviously, choose the pieces that you do like for the part you're going to see. But the part you're not going to see, just use, you know, I'm using glue pages and stuff like that, just to give you some thickness. I actually I could glue a couple of these together. Because you're just, like I said, trying to create that thickness, that light chipboard sort of thing. Cereal box kind of effect. You could glue them on cereal boxes. There you go. That might be even easier yet. Glue your decorative paper onto cereal boxes and cut them out. Whatever you've got. Whatever. You could do it on paper bag. You could, whatever. Just do that. So this I just cut out using a circle cutter that I have, and so I cut a larger one and then this smaller one with the lights. That's what I'm gonna do for lights. Will go on the center like that, and then I just added that little bump is how I didn't do anything fancy. I just sort of looked at this paper, which happened to have lines, and kind of drew my own. But I mean, you could trace a small like teacup plate, or just whatever you've got. If you have like one of those large drinking cups, you could trace around that. It would be a little smaller than this one, but that would work. So yeah, it was just a circle to start with, and I just added the little bump at the top. So you don't need anything fancy. And the stars, you might be able to find like a stencil or a die cut or whatever that would have that star shape. And if you're going to use this as a, what do you call it, journaling card, then you're going to probably want to back it with a plain color. If you're going to use it to hang on a Christmas tree, I mean, you could just leave it with the book page. I'm going to back it with some of this manila paper. So I need to about, I'm just going to tear a piece off. And this stuff's cheap. This is like for little kids to draw on. It's almost like a thin construction paper is what it reminds me of. But it also reminds me of old book page is why I like it. So that's why I use that. Okay, so I'll just glue that one on. So that's going to give me 3 layers, and that with the glue hardening, well, it's actually 4 because there's obviously the ornament part that's on top, right? Just make sure I get it down far enough. Yeah. So that will work just fine. And it'll give me a nice thickness and glue on there on the page. And then I'll cut this out, and feel free to fast forward because, yeah, it's a little bit boring, but I wanted to show you guys how I did it because, you know, some people will want to make these and they'll have questions. So I'm trying to help out a little bit here. But at least I didn't do both of them, and you had to sit and watch me do both of them. And for the next one, I'll pause while I cut out the circle. But that's all I did. It was just cut around that part so that it, you know, was like the hanger for the ornament. You can use any shape you want, though. Like if you have some stencils, old stencils that are stars, hearts, you know, circles, whatever. You can make Christmas ornaments out of them doing this. And like I said, gluing them onto cereal boxes or cracker boxes would also be an excellent way, because you just glue your decorative paper right on and cut it out and be done. So I just like to use up these glue pages for something, and rather than tossing them in the trash. I mean, part of it's still going to go in the trash, but at least I tried to reuse it, right? It's serving another purpose rather than just trash. Okay, so that makes a lot of thicker ornament. And we'll just punch our hole here. And for this one, I think I'm going to go ahead and use a gold eyelet, just because that's what the other items I'm going to use on there are gold. I think this might be a cheesy cheap. I don't know if this was in that set of my mom's or not, so we're going to see what it turned out. Yeah, that one worked, so that must have been one of them as well. Those just work great, but they're probably, you know, 50 like me or whatever. So Who knows when my mom got this? Okay, and so I'm going to do the same thing with this. I just want it doesn't have to be maybe as thick. Will it fit on half? Yeah. This is just another glue page. You could stitch around these if you wanted to, just to add another cool element. But you don't have to, I'm not. And then I'll use another piece of this on there, just to do the same. And this one really doesn't matter. I could just use another piece of this page because you're not going to see the back of this. But I'll just use this since I already tore it. Sorry, it's garbage day if you hear the loud garbage truck out there. So I think these are fun little things, like I said, to put on packages, or and it's kind of an extra, you know, then people can choose to hang it on their Christmas tree, or you can send it as a little gift to a friend or somebody that you don't generally do like a ton of. I'm gonna get glue on that side. Like you don't do a bunch of gifts, or you're sending them just some paper ephemera things and you just want to send a little something with it that's Christmassy, whatever. You could send that. I'm real glad I put the glue on there. Oh, you know what I was thinking? Remember those little scrappy clusters that I made and we punched the hole in the top? Wouldn't they be cute on a little candy gift bag, like to decorate? Just put a few candy corns or whatever in a bag and then put one of those on the bag and give it, you know, if you have people at work or, you know, just friends that like handmade items, give them one of those. That'll be fun, I think. Or Happy Mail, whatever. I just thought that was another use for those clusters. If you're not a big, like, if you don't journal and you do more card making and those type of things, I mean, granted, you could use those clusters on cards as well, but it would also be fun for a little treat bag kind of thing. Or if you have a Halloween party and you've really got gumption, you could make up a bunch of them and have them as little, like, party favors that people could take. But just a little candy bar or something in there. Whatever. Or have your kids help you make them and do them for their class Halloween party. All those things. Or just make one for the teacher. I don't know why I had to do red on the last one. This one I'm just using the walnut, but I think it's fine. And then I have my Santa. He's going to kind of stand on this light wire along with this funny little bird who's also in that bunch of goofy art dolls that I have. This I'm going to glue onto something too to thicken him up. I should have probably done that, and I'm going to cut that out. But you guys get the idea. Just glue them, you know, to make them nice and thick. And I'm going to do the same with him. Cut him out, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I've got all my little bits cut out. You wouldn't have to back these, I want to tell you guys, because if you're going to glue it straight on here, it's not going to get bent. I just wanted it to add a little dimension, so it's totally up to you. You could glue them flat down on there and not worry about it, but I just wanted to add that dimension to it. These would be good journal toppers. You know, you could not do the hole and just do 2 circles and use it on top of a journal. Would be really cute. Or a smaller version as a card topper. So yeah, there's just loads of ways you can use these. You don't have to do them as ornaments. Just kind of fun like that. And just use whatever decorative papers you have. You could use digitals, whatever. If you don't have any like paper stacks. Or if you just have paper stacks. Which a lot of us have lots of paper stacks. And I can't stop buying paper. I just bought another little, just a little one. But still, it's like, yay. My daughter's always like, Mom, you don't need any more paper. Come on. It's like, you don't know me very well, do you? I always need paper. It is like, I don't know. It's like her with books. I like reading books too, but she really likes reading books. And she buys books and buys books. And I'm like, did you read all the ones you just got? No. I mean, she will read them eventually because she always does. But I'm just saying it cracks me up because she is like, I don't need this book because I have like 5 others I need to read. And there she goes to buy it. It's like, yeah, that's me and paper. And I am doing him a little slanted because I want him like he's on that line, you know, of lights. It's silly, but fun. That's the fun part about Christmas and Halloween and all those things. You can be as silly as you want. And he's got his little bird friend. And it's a Santa hat. Up on the line with him. Do I want him here? Or do I want him up here? I think I want him here. I don't want his wing in Santa's face. It's very dimensional. And then what I was going to do, I tried to figure out somehow how to use these little lights I have, because, I mean, they're adorable. But it stays, I don't know. I couldn't get it to work. So I think they'll work, though, if I hang them on this and put this on up there. So I have some beads. I don't think I'll be able to use all those, even though that would be really fun. Maybe we can put some beads between or something. Maybe a blue bead. And maybe we'll do we want green or gold? I don't know what that's going to be like. Let me see. We got to try it first before we know. Did I put that hole too far in? Is that what I did? Yeah, I guess I did. Well, that's a real phooey. I know, we could use a jump ring, huh? I have all these things that I hardly ever use because I'm really not a jewelry person, but for a while I was working with BB Craft, and what was the other one called? I don't even remember. Anyways, they sent me these things. Wow, is that the biggest one? It is. I don't know if I want them hanging on Santa's head. Yeah, I don't like that. How about... That's why I don't do jewelry, because I have the shaky hands and it's just more work than it ever should be. We could add them to the string. Or you could add them to, if you use a hook, you could add them to that. They're probably still going to hang over Santa's hat. I need a couple more. Let's see. There's no like flat green. So maybe I'll do another blue, just so. We'll do the gold. Oh, it has a silver top. Oh, wow. It's gold, so. This is too weird for words. I just love these little lights, and I've had them forever, and because I can never figure out how to use them, clearly. It's okay. I think that'd be cute hanging on a Christmas tree or on a package, right? Have some cute little lights up there. All right, so that's what we have. 21 is Star. We have our cute little girl for Star, and these are substantial. I mean, they would work fine on a Christmas tree. And then Lights, we have our Santa, and I'll bring it up so you can see it a little better. And see, it's pretty thick. So you could definitely put that in a pocket of a journal or hang it on a Christmas tree. There's our little girl. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Can't wait to see what you guys make, and I will see you again tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye.